First up, the approve the minutes of the joint meeting last week. Did we have any discussions on it? Oh, almost good. Do I have a motion to approve? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Carol, I haven't been before you. Those were what you gave a lot. Yeah.
First up is the police budget.
Is it all right if I take a seat?
Yeah. No.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Do this. So I was just wondering why the payroll full time is going down.
Interesting question. We are needing to meet the policy. And I had made that to the board last year. And they agreed. And we budgeted for the 7th edition. We're on April 28th. The board was reversed that decision. The other fact is that we lost some officers, and we've all been doing the work of 2 or 3 people, but we're only going to pay it time. So that money would have been double or triple time. Didn't get it's staying. We're getting
So also, I was a little, how many cruisers, are we catching up on buying our cruisers? And that we finally got them all, is that how it's working?
almost. So let's see, in 2000, we received the Dodge Durango, and then we couldn't get police cars from those 2. They just weren't making 1 year, and then they were behind another year. And in 22, we received 2 police cars. I'm sorry, in 23, we received 2 police cars. And just last month, we received the newest Durango Kingman, but it's not yet. So it's actually not in this week, it's not road ready. It's going to be delivered to the upfitter. Supposed to be tomorrow, but we're going to push it out another week. And then when that gets, prepared, will be
Update.
yes.
And the other thing that went up was the capital reserve for police equipment.
Yes, and
Is that just inflation?
I think so. I think everything's more expensive today, and I hope we have it turns out how items, but we went over significantly this year, and I hope not to do that again. But we did have to outfit 3 officers all at the same time.
Any other questions?
Next. Yes. That's cool. They no longer make Dodge Chargers like we have. They're going to turn all electric. Challenger Chargers will probably go. The state police are going to Tahoe. I don't know if I love that option. I don't know what the other options are. If we can get a Durango this year, and possibly one next year, I'm just not buying another car until we figure out what's going on with these vehicles. We've had discussions about electric cars, and I'm interested. I was the first ones that would put the name on the door and celebrate it. But interesting points that are brought up. What if we drain the electricity on the car? You can't just put more fuel in the car and off you go. That car gets sidelined for maybe 6 hours until it's charged. So it's not ideal for what we do. I don't know if that's the one that's better. That we have are very, very expensive. There is plant-based standards that have to be achieved. And the way they're doing that is with smaller motors and turbochargers. Well, it was kind of a neat thing to have a turbocharger years ago. Until the Franklin Police Department came out, they saw the oil lines were dripping. And that saved them $4,000 because if the officer got in terms of from oil, would have lost their turbo. That would catastrophic failure, maybe. I don't know. Very expensive. Currently, what we have are the 5.7 Hemis that are 8-cylinder motors, and everything that's ever broken on those cars has been covered under warranty. So I'd like to stay with that particular design, if you will, whether it's a Charger or a Durango. It's proven, it's lasted, doesn't cost us anything. I don't know the next.
Any other questions? Discussions? Okay, start emergency management. I'm assuming you're doing that too.
Yes, ma'am.
Doesn't look like anything has changed.
Nothing significant. In the capital outlay we discussed, possibly putting money aside for the repair or replacement of the box truck. It's very, very convenient to have all of our items mobile. A trailer was brought up as an option. Personally, I'm indifferent, but with a trailer comes a truck or something covered. And then backing it up, I don't know if the answer is well suited for that job. The truck that we have is ideal. It's wonderful, but it's big. It's heavy. And they tell me it needs a transmission, which is about $15,000 to repair it. And I don't know if it's beneficial to buy something else or to repair that truck. But I think right now, what I'd like to do is continue driving that model. It doesn't get many miles on it. It hasn't let me down yet. So if we continue running it might just give us 10 more years. But we should think about the future when that occurs. We should have some money in reserve. Absolutely.
I was just gonna ask if we just, we're gonna just get started. What the, what Any other questions? Mr. General.
Well,
General?
we have 4 generators. 3 that run, 1 that doesn't. And they're getting older, significantly older. The idea behind the generator is if somebody weren't in town needed electricity and we were without electricity for a period of time, let's say if they had an oxygen machine and they needed electricity, we could deliver that to their home and support that. As we discussed last night, if that is a life support device, it should be something we can trust. If it was powering my home, I guess I'd get by until it breaks down. But with the generator being what it is, or what it's designed for, it's out there and we should prepare to replace those. And they do have low hours on them. They haven't been used very much. So they still have some value. We could auction them off, receive maybe 50% of the value, put it into the next purchase.
Any other questions or discussion? Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Seconds fire.
Closer to you.
We can hear you. Yeah. You're fine. I'm assuming these all went up because of inflation, higher costs.
Yes, especially the vehicle maintenance, the last 2 years I've gone over. And, this past year with a rescue truck, every round was something out of different maintenance budget, just that was good. I increased it. Want to get some more rescue helmets, and then some of the new guys that we have, they're into some of our older gear, and some of the boots don't fit or the pants don't exactly fit right and stuff. So I just want to like help them out and get them a lot of new full set of gear because it's $5,000. So I just want to get the guys that have problems with boots get the other guy paying for a jacket, like that. Try to get them comfortable, and then work into getting gear every year as we go on. Outlay and stuff. Decided this year to start replacing our mobile radios. We got them back in right out in 9/11. States, all the states and all over the country got radios through the federal government. So we're still using them. So I'm gonna take the mobile radios and then down the road start the portable radios. So 2 this year, 2 the following year, and 2 the year.
That was the destiny.
Yes.
Yes, he did it, 5-year. Investment capital reserve for the capital reserve. Yeah, based on what he should be appropriating to fund his turnout gear and the air packs in the years that the truck up. This year, right now, he has 22,700 in there. So we need to put in 31,000. But then after that, so I think we should be. I think 2025. So you'll be going up to 53,000 for next year. So what he needs to be better. So that 31,000 is just bring to match the 22. Oh,
I don't look back. But it,
we'll probably be on for this is our 3rd year. And they've given us a extension each year. Okay. No, one thing. And then you can.
Any other questions?
Spreaders, we got cutters that will cut things, and the other things that go the other way. Okay. Now, expand the doors and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the thing.
Any more questions? Nope. Thank you. Oh, I thought you were. I said, have a nice holiday.
Okay, you too.
You don't think you're gonna see him. I.
Yeah.
Anything else for the board tonight? Right, so the fire truck, we're expected to get it, this spring, early summer. And we're working on, last night we signed, or we voted to go to the back. Or five. And so we'll pay 200,000 down the fund fire truck. Around.
Yeah.
So,
You're doing some.
yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm told.
If we go to the fire truck, capital reserve, there'll be $4,000, which is not out there.
Okay.
Yeah, so then we're putting it, 54,000, excuse me. And then we're putting in, recommended to put in 50,000 next year.
54 for the truck, and then also,
That's what's left. That'll be-
That's what's the balance starting off the year.
We'll do 50. After the 200,000.
After,
Yes.
yeah, we should start off with the next one. So at the end of 2023.
equipment. Is on top of it.
Nope, that's another topic, so there's two different.
Right,
topics.
so that's for the same, for
Oh.
the fire,
Yep, so.
Right. okay.
Let's see that. Any other discussion? A motion to adjourn? Second? All those in favor say aye. Thank you. For holiday, throughout the day.
Yeah.